Hello students, today we are going to start a new lesson, acid, bases and salt. But before going into this chapter, just for 2 minutes, let's go back to class 7 where we have performed an experiment. Now let us see what was that experiment. Okay, we have taken a beaker, right? Then this is a rubber cork in which we have placed these two nails, right? Now we have taken distilled water in this beaker and these two nails, iron nails, was connected to a battery, right? And this was further connected to a bulb. A key was attached here. Now the connection is completed, right? Now see here, in this diagram, this activity we have performed in class 7. What we have taken, this is distilled water in a beaker connected to with the help of a connecting wire, battery, bulb, key is attached here. Okay, now in this experiment the teacher asked this, actually if the circuit is completed this bulb has to glow. अगर ये सर्किट कंप्लीट है तो बल्ब तो जलना चाहिए, ठीक है. लेकिन क्या हुआ, जब हमने फर्स्ट ये एक्सपेरिमेंट परफॉर्म किया तो ये बल्ब नहीं जला, ठीक है. फिर टीचर ने बच्चों से क्वेश्चन किया, ये बल्ब क्यों नहीं जला, व्हाट वाज द रीज़न. तो बच्चों ने बोला कि मैडम मे बी ये बल्ब फ्यूज़ है. कुछ बच्चों ने ये आंसर दिया, ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आपने मैडम ये कनेक्शन जो है लूज़ है इसीलिए बल्ब नहीं जल रहा है. लेकिन टीचर ने बल्ब भी चेक किया, वो भी सही था, और जो कनेक्शन हमने यहाँ पे अटैच किया था ये कनेक्शन भी एकदम परफेक्ट था. तब क्या रीज़न है कि ये जो बल्ब है वो नहीं जल रहा है. तब टीचर ने क्या किया, आई होप यू रिमेंबर दैट. देन वी एडेड अ पिंच ऑफ सॉल्ट और लिटिल बिट ऑफ सॉल्ट वी एडेड इनटू दिस सॉल्यूशन. प्रीवियसली आई हैव टेकन इट डिस्टिल्ड वाटर, it was a distilled water, then I added some amount of salt into it. Okay, जब हमने इसमें salt ऐड किया तब what was the difference, the bulb start glowing, बल्ब जलने लगा, ठीक है. फिर दोबारा हमने और एक एक्सपेरिमेंट सेटअप किया जिसमें हमने क्या किया, थोड़ा सा उसमें एसिड ऐड कर दिया. जब हमने एसिड ऐड किया सॉल्यूशन में तब देखा तो दोबारा बल्ब जलने लगा. सो व्हाट वाज द कंक्लूजन, द कंक्लूजन वाज दिस, दैट when these substances was added into water, see distilled water is free of impurities, it do not have any acid, base or no impurities is present in the distilled water. So what happened, when we added salt or acid in the distilled water, these substances, due to these substances, this solution becomes a conducting solution, right? It became a conducting solution. Now the substances which when added to water makes the solution a conducting solution is called as electrolytes, are called as electrolytes. Now electrolytes are classified as acids, bases and salts. In this chapter, acid, bases and salts, what we are going to study? We are going to study about the acids, then properties of acid, what is the definition of acid, then what are the physical and chemical properties of acid, then bases, physical and chemical properties of bases, and about the salt. But in today's class, we will be discussing only about acid and bases, and salt we will be discussing in the next class. So the electrolytes can be defined as the substances that dissolve in water and conduct electricity are called as electrolytes. Okay, acid, bases are and salts are electrolytes. Now another thing, suppose sometimes what happens, we come across so many different types of food items, right? Some of them may taste salty, some of them may taste sweet, some of them may taste bitter, some of them may taste sour, right? Now the substance that tastes sweet is having sugar in it, the substance that tastes salty possesses salt, the substance that tastes sour is acid, and the substance that tastes bitter are base. But students, all the time it is not possible to taste all the substances, or by tasting it we cannot, every time we cannot identify by tasting this is acid or this is base, है ना. हमेशा हर जो खाने की चीज़ है या कोई भी चीज़ में इसमें एसिड है या इसमें बेस है, हर समय हम जो है उसे टेस्ट करके हम नहीं पता कर सकते कि ये एसिड है या बेस है. तो हम अगर हमें पता करना है कि ये सब्सटेंस में एसिड है, इसमें बेस है, तो हम कैसे पता करेंगे? स्टूडेंट्स, there are the group of chemical substances. These substances are called as the indicators. These substances are called as the indicators. So these indicators, they to distinguish between acid and base. Whether this substance is acid or whether this substance is base, it can be identified with the help of certain substances which are called as the indicators. Now these some of the indicators are there with the help of the color change. मतलब कुछ indicators ऐसे हैं जो कि color change करते हैं, मतलब acid में उनका color अलग होता है और base में उनका color अलग होता है. तो ऐसे basis में हमें पता चल जाएगा, color change से हमें पता चलेगा कि ये substance acid है और ये base है. लेकिन कुछ indicators ऐसे होते हैं जिनकी smell से, जिनकी odor से हमें पता चलता है कि वो substance जो है acid है या base है. तो जो इंडिकेटर्स हमें अपनी ऑर्डर से बताते हैं कि ये एसिड है या बेस है, उन्हें हम कहते हैं ऑल्फैक्टरी, indicators. They are called as olfactory indicators. Now let us discuss the types of indicators in details. Now there is a very common type of indicator that is called as a litmus. Litmus is a very common type of indicator, and this litmus is also called as a natural indicator. As it is obtained from the plants, it is extracted from lichens. It is obtained from lichens. Lichens, you might have observed, trunk of the big trees, you might have observed patches, certain patches, light cream or white color patches. These are called as the lichens, and they play a very important role. They are also very economically important plants. They belong to the group Thallophyta. Lichens. This lichen is used for the preparation of dye. Now see here, this litmus, which is a natural indicator because it is obtained from the plants. Now this litmus, the original color of the litmus is a purple color, right? Now this purple color dye, which is called as the litmus, it is being acidified to make it into a blue color, and that is called as a blue litmus. And this litmus purple color solution is made alkaline, and then it is made into red litmus. So we have two types of litmus solution, a blue litmus solution and a red litmus solution. Okay, two litmus solution we have. Now how do they respond to an acid or a base? When the blue litmus, it is present in the form of paper also, the blue litmus paper and red litmus paper, and also in the form of solution, the blue litmus solution as well as the red litmus solution. Suppose we want to check whether a given substance is acid or a base, then what we will do? The blue litmus, the property of this blue litmus paper is that the blue litmus paper or solution, the blue litmus gets converted into red litmus when it comes in contact with the acid. Now here you can see the different types of indicators and their color in the acidic solution and their color in the basic solution. Blue litmus, color in the acidic solution, that is the blue litmus will turn red in the acidic solution and the blue litmus will remain blue in the basic solution. The red litmus, it will remain red color in the acidic solution, and this red litmus will change into blue litmus in the basic solution. Next is turmeric. This turmeric is also a natural indicator, and sometimes you might have seen, जैसे कि कुछ खाना या सब्जी हमारे कपड़ों में गिर जाता है, तब क्या होता है कि कपड़ों में जो है उसका स्टेन लग जाता है, एक येलो कलर का स्टेन हमारे कपड़ों में लग जाता है, और जब हम उस कपड़ों को जो वी स्क्रब इट विद और वी वॉश इट विद द सोप, जब हम सोप सॉल्यूशन से उन कपड़ों को धोते हैं, और हमारा जो सोप जो है वो बेसिक इन नेचर है, सोप जब ये टर्मरिक के कॉन्टेक्ट में आता है, इस येलो कलर की स्टेन के कॉन्टेक्ट में आता है, तो वो रेडिश ब्राउन कलर में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है जब टर्मरिक जो है सोप के कॉन्टेक्ट में आता है। सोप का जो है वो बेसिक नेचर है, तब वो टर्मरिक जो है रेडिश ब्राउन कलर में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, and when we wash that cloth with excess of water, then again this reddish brown color is separated, then it again becomes yellow in color. But in the acidic solution it doesn't, it's not happening, that reddish brown color is not formed in the acidic solution. Next is the olfactory indicators. In the olfactory indicators, we identify the substances, acid or base, depending upon the smell. Now see here, first is the onion ordered cloth strip, then vanilla essence, and then clove oil. In the onion ordered cloth strip, what we are doing, we will टेक फाइनली चॉप्ड ऑनियंस, इसमें हम प्याज जो है छोटा छोटा प्याज काटेंगे, और कपड़ों की कॉटन क्लॉथ्स की हम लोग क्या करेंगे, ऐसे छोटी छोटी हम लोग जो है कॉटन की क्लॉथ्स की स्ट्रिप्स बना देंगे, और ये जो छोटे छोटे हमने प्याज काटे हैं और ये स्ट्रिप्स को हम लोग एक बैग में रख के, इसे बैग को ऊपर से हम लोग अच्छे से इसको टाई कर लेंगे और इसे हम लोग रेफ्रिजरेटर में रख देंगे ओवरनाइट। और रेफ्रिजरेटर में रखने के बाद क्या होगा, ऑनियन की जितनी भी स्मेल है वो अच्छे से इन कपड़ों में, ये जो कॉटन स्ट्रिप है इसमें अच्छे से ऑनियन की स्मेल आ जाएगी। फिर नेक्स्ट डे हम लोग अपना एक्सपेरिमेंट परफॉर्म करेंगे। हम क्या करेंगे कि एसिड और बेस हमारे पास है, तो एक एक हम लोग ये क्लॉथ लेंगे, उसको हम लोग एसिड में डिप करके देखेंगे। तो एसिड में जब हम लोग ऑनियन ऑर्डर्ड क्लॉथ स्ट्रिप को जब हम लोग एसिड में डिप करेंगे, तब उसकी जो स्मेल होगी वो वैसे ही रहेगी, ऑनियन की स्मेल हमें बराबर मिलेगी, मतलब द स्मेल इज रिटेन। लेकिन जब हम इसे एक बेसिक सॉल्यूशन में डालेंगे, चाहे वो सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड का सॉल्यूशन है या कोई सोप सॉल्यूशन हो, बेसिक सॉल्यूशन में क्या होगा, स्मेल जो है वो डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाएगी। उसी तरह वेनिला एसेंस भी हम लोग यूज़ कर सकते हैं, इसमें द स्मेल विल बी रिटेन वेयर एज स्मेल विल बी डिस्ट्रॉयड इन केस ऑफ द बेसिक सॉल्यूशन। सिमिलरली वी कैन यूज क्लोव ऑयल एज एन olfactory indicator. In case of the acid, the smell will be retained, and in case of the basic solution, the smell will be destroyed. So this is regarding the different types of indicators, the natural indicators and the synthetic indicators. Okay, natural indicators I have completed, olfactory I have completed, yeah, synthetic indicator is left out. Let us discuss about the synthetic indicators. Synthetic indicators. Among the synthetic indicators are phenolphthalein and methyl orange. Phenolphthalein is colorless and methyl orange is orange in color. Now see what happens. When phenolphthalein, this indicator, this is a synthetic indicator, and synthetic indicators are prepared in the laboratory or in the factories. Now phenolphthalein, when this indicator is added to an acidic solution, what happens? The color of it remains colorless there. But when it is added to a basic solution, the color of the solution becomes pink in color. Next is another synthetic indicator, that is methyl orange. Now what happens when methyl orange is treated with an acidic solution? The solution changes to red or pink color when treated with methyl orange, a synthetic indicator, and if this indicator is added to the basic solution, the color becomes yellow. The color becomes yellow. So this is regarding the synthetic indicators, natural indicators, and also the olfactory indicators. Now let us come to the properties of acids. First we will discuss the properties of acids, then we will discuss the properties of bases. Now see here, acids are sour in taste, then acid turns blue litmus red, acids are corrosive in nature, an acid reacts with a metal to form metal salt and hydrogen gas, an acid reacts with metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate to form salt, carbon dioxide and water. Then acid conduct electricity, then acid reacts with the base to form salt and water, which is also called as a neutralization reaction. Then acid reacts with metal oxide to form salt and water. These are the properties of acids. Now let us discuss the properties in details. First let us discuss, see here, the acids are corrosive in nature, because the acid, most of the acid, they are corrosive in nature, and they produce a burning sensation when they fall on the skin, or if they fall on certain cloth, they produce a hole in that cloth, and also they produce a burning sensation. That is, they are corrosive in nature. Next is how the acid reacts with the metal to form metal salt and hydrogen gas. So reaction of acid with metals. To study the reaction of acid with metals, let us first discuss the reaction of acid with metals. Now metal reacts with acid to form metal salt and hydrogen gas is liberated, Now this we can see with the help of a diagram. Now let us see how the acid reacts with metal. The metal and acid, they both react together to form metal salt and hydrogen gas. We will study this reaction with the help of an activity. Let's study this with the help of an activity. For this, I will draw this figure. So see here, through this figure we will demonstrate the activity of reaction of metal with acid. Now see what's happening here. We have taken a boiling tube here, and the zinc granules, that is the small pieces of zinc, has been put here in this boiling tube, and we added dilute H2SO4, about 5 ml of dilute H2SO4 we have taken in this test tube. And then what happens? The reaction between the acid and the base will take place, and as a result a gas will be evolved, and that gas will be attached to the surface of the zinc granules, and then this gas will rise up, and through the delivery tube this gas will move up, and then through this delivery tube it will reach the soap solution present in the trough. When the gas reaches the soap solution, it will rise up and it will come up in the form of bubble filled with hydrogen gas. It will rise. Now we all know that the presence of hydrogen gas can be tested, like it burns with a popping sound. Now what will happen? We bring a burning candle or a matchstick near this bubble, the bubble will burst and the hydrogen gas will burn with a pop sound. This is the property of the hydrogen gas, that is, it burns with a popping sound, right? So students, दिस इज़ एन एक्सपेरिमेंट टू शो दैट, ये एक्सपेरिमेंट ये शो करता है, ये एक्टिविटी से हमें ये पता चला है कि जब भी मेटल और एसिड का रिएक्शन होता है तो मेटल सॉल्ट और ये हाइड्रोजन गैस लिबरेट होती है. तो ये हाइड्रोजन गैस के प्रेजेंस की कि हाइड्रोजन गैस लिबरेट हुई है, इसे पता करने के लिए हमने ये एक्सपेरिमेंट किया है. तो ये बर्न हो रही है पॉप साउंड से, तो इसका मतलब ये जो गैस इवॉल्व हुई है यहाँ से, ये कौन सी गैस है? हाइड्रोजन गैस है. लेट अस स्टडी अनदर प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ acids, that is the reaction of acids with metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate. Now let us see this property also with the help of an activity. Now let's see this activity. This is an activity of reaction between acid and metal carbonate. See here what happened. In this test tube I have taken sodium carbonate, that is the metal carbonate, and then I have put some dilute HCl, a little bit of sodium carbonate, and then dilute HCl is added to this test tube, and there is another test tube through which this test tube is connected through a delivery tube. Now what will happen when the reaction between sodium carbonate and dilute HCl will take place? Then a gas will be evolved. And that gas will move through this delivery tube and reach the another tube. A gas will be evolved, and we know that and that gas will move into this tube. Now see here, when acid reacts with a metal carbonate, we know that plus CO2 and water is produced. Now here the gas evolved is the carbon dioxide gas. So the gas which is formed, that is the CO2 gas, will be allowed to pass through this delivery tube, and to check the presence of this carbon dioxide, we know that the test of the carbon dioxide is that the carbon dioxide gas converts the lime water milky. So in this test tube we have taken lime water. इस test tube में हमने लिया है lime water, that is calcium hydroxide freshly prepared, और इसमें हमने क्या किया? This CO2 is allowed to pass through this. We will observe that this lime water turns milky. And due to the formation of calcium carbonate. This lime water will turn milky, and if excess CO2 is allowed to pass through this calcium carbonate, then this calcium, that milkiness will disappear, and calcium hydrogen carbonate will be formed, and calcium hydrogen carbonate will be formed. Now let us summarize this activity in the form of chemical reaction. The reactions of this activity can be summarized as, see here you can see sodium carbonate plus dilute HCl, it is giving a metal salt, that is sodium chloride, plus water plus carbon dioxide will be liberated. So this is the reaction of metal carbonate with acid, and when the metal carbonate react with acid, carbon dioxide gas is given out. Similar with the case of metal hydrogen carbonate, also called as a metal bicarbonate, reaction with the acid, sodium chloride, water, sodium chloride, that is the metal salt, and carbon dioxide gas is liberated out. Now this carbon dioxide gas with a brisk effervescence, we have to test whether the gas liberated is CO2 or not. Then it is allowed to pass through the lime water. The lime water, that is calcium hydroxide, it turns milky. Milky due to the presence of calcium carbonate and water in the liquid form is obtained. Now if excess carbon dioxide is allowed to pass through this calcium carbonate, then what will happen? Calcium hydrogen carbonate or calcium bicarbonate is formed. So this is the reaction that is taking place when the acid reacts with metal carbonate. Now let's come to the next, that is an acid conduct electricity. Next property of the acid is acid conduct electricity. That property also we will see with the help of a small activity. Next, this activity you can see here, it shows that acid conduct electricity. See, I have taken this beaker, and in this beaker is present the dilute HCl, rubber cork, and the two nails are attached here, right? They are acting as an electrode and then connected to a battery bulb. यही एक्सपेरिमेंट हमने इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट में भी बताया था मैंने, तो वही सेम एक्सपेरिमेंट ये है कि एसिड जो है वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंडक्ट करता है. तो डाइल्यूट HCl ले लिया, अब इसे हमने कनेक्ट कर दिया कनेक्टिंग वायर से बैटरी, एंड बल्ब इज ऑल्सो अटैच्ड हियर. नाउ द बल्ब विल ग्लो विच शोज दैट acid conduct electricity. ठीक है, it is a good conductor, it is conduct electricity. Now when acid is mixed with the water, when the acid mixed with the water, then what happens? The acid forms H plus ion. The acid forms H plus ion, due to which it show the due to this H plus ion it shows the acidic property. Other substances are also there like glucose C6H12O6, ethanol C2H5OH, right? Glucose and ethanol is also there. They are also having hydrogen, but these substances, they do not produce H plus ion on dissociation with water, so they are not acidic in nature, and these substances cannot be used here. It cannot be used as an electrolyte here, okay, because they do not form the H plus ion. Next is the reaction between acid and base. The reaction between acid and base, it is also called as a neutralization reaction, because when acid and base combine together, they form salt and water. Okay, it is a neutralization reaction. Now you can see here HCl is an acid and NaOH, sodium hydroxide, is a base. The reaction takes place and NaCl, salt, is formed and water is formed. Now this can also be shown with the help of an activity also, that it is a neutralization reaction can be shown with the help of an activity. An activity to show this neutralization reaction: take some amount of NaOH, sodium hydroxide solution in a test tube, then add phenolphthalein into this. It is a basic solution, isn't it? It is a base. Then add phenolphthalein indicator into this solution. We know that when phenolphthalein is added to a basic solution, it will change into pink color, isn't it? It will change into, the solution will change into pink color. Now you take HCl and put few drops of HCl into this test tube. Now what will happen? This pink color will disappear. The pink color will disappear, showing that the reaction between HCl and NaOH, it is a neutralization reaction. But again, when you put sodium hydroxide into the solution will again change into pink color. So this activity shows that the reaction between acid and base is a neutralization reaction. This neutralization reaction is a very common reaction in our day-to-day life also. We know that sometimes we suffer from हाइपर एसिडिटी. कभी जैसे पार्टी में या घर में हम लोग कुछ हैवी खाना खा लेते हैं तो हल्का सा एसिडिटी हो जाता है, क्योंकि हमारे स्टमक में ऑलरेडी जो है स्टमक HCl प्रोड्यूस करता है टू किल द जर्म्स दैट एंटर्स इनटू आवर बॉडी थ्रू आवर फूड, राइट. बट ड्यू टू हैवी फूड या ज़्यादा करी वाली खाना खाने से क्या हो जाता है, हमारे पेट में जब एसिडिटी हो जाती है तो क्या होता है, पेट में हल्का सा दर्द होना शुरू हो जाता है. ऐसे टाइम में हम क्या करते हैं, हम जो है या डाइजिन का सस्पेंशन पीते हैं या हम डाइजिन की टैबलेट्स लेते हैं. तो ये जो डाइजिन जो हम लोग पी रहे हैं ये एक तरह का क्या है, इट इज़ अ सस्पेंशन विच इज़ मेड अप ऑफ or which contain magnesium hydroxide, and magnesium hydroxide is a base, और स्टोमक में जो एसिडिटी होती है उसकी इफेक्ट को न्यूट्रलाइज कर देता है ये बेस, और जो है हमें पेन से रिलीफ मिल जाता है. तो दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रिएक्शन, न्यूट्रलाइजेशन रिएक्शन. द रिएक्शन कैन बी समराइज्ड एज magnesium hydroxide plus 2HCl MgCl2 plus water. The reaction can be summarized like that. Next is reaction of metal oxide with acid. The metal oxide reacts with acid to form salt and water, right. The metal oxide, for example calcium oxide, it combines with an acid HCl to form a salt and water. Calcium chloride salt is formed and water. Now you see here, this is an acid, right, and the product form is the salt. Salt हमारा product है और ये हमारा acid है. तो मेटल ऑक्साइड जो है वो एसिड के साथ कंबाइन करके एक सॉल्ट बना रहे हैं. दैट मीन्स मेटल ऑक्साइड्स आर बेसिक इन नेचर. मेटल ऑक्साइड्स आर basic in nature as the metal oxide combined with an acid to form salt and water, right. So metal oxides are basic in nature. Next is the properties of bases. Bases have bitter taste, they are soapy or slippery to touch. Then bases, they turn red litmus blue. Bases are corrosive in nature, for example caustic soda and caustic potash. They causes burning sensation if they get in contact with our hands. They produce a burning sensation. Then basic solution conduct electricity, as we have seen in case of the acid also, it conduct electricity. Similarly the basic solution, it also conduct electricity. Then bases reacts with some of the metals to liberate hydrogen gas along with the formation of salt. Then bases reacts with acid to form salt and water, as we have seen in the case of the acid also, and this reaction is also called as a neutralization reaction. Next is bases reacts with non-metallic oxide to form salt and water. Bases reacts with non-metallic oxide to form salt and water. Reaction of base with acid. Reaction of base with acid, it is also called as a neutralization reaction. Sodium hydroxide, it is a base. HCl, hydrochloric acid, NaCl will be formed with the and water is produced, right. So this is also called as a neutralization reaction that takes place between an acid and a base. Next is the reaction of base with metal. Zinc plus sodium hydroxide will give Na2ZnO2. Sodium zincate plus hydrogen gas will be liberated. So this is the reaction of a base with a metal zinc. This is a base, then salt, sodium zincate is formed and hydrogen gas is liberated. Next is reaction of base with a non-metallic oxide. with a non-metallic oxide. Let's see what happens here. Carbon dioxide is a non-metallic oxide here, combines with the base, that is calcium hydroxide, and forms calcium carbonate and water, right? See here, CO2 is a non-metallic oxide here, calcium hydroxide, lime water. CO2 is allowed to pass through the lime water, the same reaction. How can we check the presence of carbon dioxide, isn't it? So CO2 combines with lime water and then it turns the lime water milky, and this milkiness is due to the formation of calcium carbonate. So a salt is formed, that is metal oxide reacts with a base to form a salt. So this reaction is also called as a neutralization reaction, and we can conclude this is a base, and we can conclude that non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So I think we can wind up here. We will continue in the next class. Thank you.